Banks are meant to keep money safe, but lately there have been doubts over whether these financial institutions can actually keep customers' money safe. In 2016, Nigerians protested high bank charges, and now in 2018, they continue to cry foul over unauthorized deductions banks make from their accounts.
I don't know what the CBN is actually doing about this whole thing. Like, you just, at your own whims and caprices, you just decide to deduct people's money without having a recourse. Having any recourse to it. Like, why are you doing this? Card maintenance charge, this charge, that charge. Multiply that by thousands of people, and that's several millions of naira.
Sometimes when you check your money, like you want to make your money round number, you have 1,000 to your account. When you go, you will see 99. Wait, what mean for that 99? When you know inside your mind, inside your church mind, say your money is 1,000 naira, bam, I use 1,000 naira to do sample. But when you go, what are they minusing that couple?
So I just noticed one time I checked my balance from my ATM, and the next time I wanted to go and withdraw, I noticed that some amount of money have gone from my account, but I didn't know exactly when, so I didn't know who to complain to or where to go to. And I was like, I told my husband, he was like, don't worry, just forget, just let it go.
As part of its efforts to protect customers against undue exploitation, the Central Bank of Nigeria established a Consumer Protection Department in 2012, and in the first half of 2016, the Apex Bank received 1,473 complaints from customers. Former Deputy Governor of the CBN, Obadiah Melafia, says the Apex Bank is living up to its responsibility.
I say kudos to the Central Bank. It is living up to its civic responsibility to the public. So much as I would say kudos to the CBN, we need a better framework to ensure that these things don't even happen in the first place.
Financial expert Taiwo Ayodeji says commercial banks are not deducting illegal fees from customers. Rather, most of these charges are in the bank's terms and conditions, which most customers do not go through.
It is not illegal for bank to charge, because they are providing a kind of professional service, and they must be paid for those services. Because if you also keep your money at home, there is a cost attached to it. There is no emotional genesis in business. Business is business. The bank will give you some form to fill, but you don't read it.
So far, the CBN says it has received and investigated more than 6,000 complaints arising from monetary issues, but that most of these complaints have been mainly about excessive and illegal fees deposit money banks charge to customers' accounts. For Rebecca, a recent transaction with the bank through inter- and intra-bank online transfers did not go well at all, after having much more money deducted from our account than required.
It's something that saddens my heart. I've been experiencing this. I don't think we are up to the level of operating interbanking.
Between 2015 and 2017, the Central Bank of Nigeria recovered more than 50 billion naira as excessive charges on bank customers. In 2015 alone, 6.2 billion naira was refunded, and in 2016, 4.6 billion was returned to affected customers.
It cannot grow.
But this forensic accountant says the Apex Bank is not telling the whole truth about the recovered 50 billion naira.
Where is the list of the beneficiaries of that 50 billion? Me, as a consultant, I have over 400 court cases I'm handling against banks in court. None of my clients is a beneficiary of the 50 billion naira from the CBN. So who did the CBN give those monies to?
It's not a public account, it's a private account. And they cannot publish that. They do that, they'll be liable to a lot of suits.
Although the CBN announced the revised guide to bank charges in early 2013, many banks have failed to adhere to this.
The CBN is aiding and abetting banks. They are aiding them to continue to steal money from customers' accounts. That one is not in question. If you doubt me, report any bank to CBN and see their reaction. Whether the CBN will wield the big stick or not, you will know.
If there are banks that are charging Shylock rates that are iniquitous and distortionate, the CBN should exert punishment with warning. And if they continue, they should continue to increase the punishment until it reaches such a level that it is prohibitive for banks to engage in such practices.
While the Apex Bank has put in place a department to tackle bank customers' complaints, Nigerians are advised to be vigilant by monitoring their accounts, be fully aware of all transactions they enter into with their banks, and go through banks' terms and conditions. Winnifred Ajewole, TVC News.